Hi, my name is Linaa and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the 8 things that help to keep me staying on track through the day. I've included timestamps, so if there's a part of the video that you want to skip to, feel free. And if this sounds like your kind of thing or you're struggling to focus and keep on track, keep on watching. I'm working from home at the moment and sometimes I feel really demotivated and sometimes it's really hard to keep on track, keep focus. Over the past few months I've developed quite a routine, trialed and errored so many different things, but these are the 8 things that I found that have helped me to stay focused throughout the day. So let's get right into it. So tip 1, limit your to-do list. Yes, limit your to-do list. Only include a maximum of 3 things that you want to get done that day. I have found that only putting 3 priorities for the day has helped me to be more productive and has helped me to stay on track. I was one of those people that had a to-do list longer than my arm, and the problem with having a to-do list with lots of different things on the page is that number 1, the tasks are not prioritized. Number 2, it doesn't take into account the fact that sometimes we have an 8-hour day for work and only certain tasks can be done within 8 hours in a day. So what I found really useful is to prioritize 3 things, a maximum of 3 things that you want to achieve for the day. So in terms of work, it could be a particular part of a project that you're trying to get done or get through with, or a task that you've been meaning to deal with once and for all. It could be a report that you're trying to get in. But the whole point is that you'll focus on that one thing and then completely dedicate your time to that. So in a nutshell, making sure that your to-do list is minimal for the day is the key. And then additionally, that master to-do list, you can pick some items every single day. So you could be focusing on different projects, different tasks on each of the days. 2, if you have a scenario where you get distracted really easily or you find it really difficult to stay on track or on task, I really recommend the Pomodoro Timer, which is something that I've been implementing in my day-to-days, whether it's studying or work. My personal method is I will start the day by setting and clarifying exactly what I want to focus on, and then I will break down how many Pomodoro sessions that I want to do for that day. So for example, it may be 8 sessions of 50 minutes with 10-minute break intervals. Of course, there's a break in the middle where I eat, and that might be for 30 minutes. But ultimately, what you want to do is you want to organize your day in advance. To pair it off, I use this app called Forest. It's a Forest app. It helps me to stay on track. I plant a tree and I can set the timer to whenever I want. So if I want to do a 25-minute session or a 50-minute session or even a 75-minute session, I'll be able to time it and then stay on track and focused on the task. My rule is that I don't get up for 50 minutes. That 10 minutes that I have break, that's where I can stretch my legs and get a break or a drink or a coffee, and then I'll resume back to the different sessions. That's what's really helped me to stay on track. 3 is responding to emails after 10 o'clock. So my rule is when I get into work or start the day, tend to be around 8 o'clock or 8:30. My rule is that I do not reply to emails until 10 a.m. This helps me to keep focused on the main tasks that I need to get done. My personally productivity is in the morning, so I'm more alert in the morning and that's where I'm more focused. I will tend to do my hardest tasks in the morning. But I found that replying to emails after 10 helps you to just get into the deep work that you need to do, and then responding to emails is busy work. It's not necessarily something of value, and before I implemented this method, I'll just dive into my emails, and by the time it was like 11 or 12, I was still responding to emails. And a lot of these things can be responded to or deferred to the next day, or you can just delegate it or whatever you need to do, but it's not important to respond to emails first thing in the morning. It does take up your day, so that's another thing. Just a caveat, I know that for example some people work certain jobs where first thing in the morning there may be something that's hit the inbox that's quite urgent. I do recommend that you actually look at your email inbox just to see if there's any, or scan for any urgent items. If you can respond to it within 2 minutes, you can do that. I think that's actually part of the getting things done system, where if something will take you 3 minutes or less, just deal with it. If not, then defer it. 4, listening to music without the lyrics. I am the type of person that loves music, like a lot of people do, but I found it really distracting to listen to music with lyrics in them. Sometimes even that could be a bit distracting, but I don't think that it's harmful to put music on in the background, especially when you've got deep work. What I found really beneficial is listening to soundtrack music from soundtracks or movies, because the way that they've been scored is almost like a way to help you focus. And also gaming soundtracks have also become my thing as well. I listen to Mario and different types of gaming soundtracks, and they really do help. So walking is really important. Taking breaks is really important. Just in general, it helps to break the day up. It helps to clarify your mind and helps to also get some exercise and fitness in as well. Put your phone in your bedroom or in a tray or behind the sofa or under the table, or switch it off. Just turn it off. Your phone, my phone, is very distracting, especially when you get notifications and someone keeps on contacting you, especially when you get like social media buzzes, notifications. It's all very, very distracting and something that you do not need. 7, managing your caffeine intake. What's really helped me with caffeine intake is taking my first caffeine shot or dose at 10 o'clock or 11, one of them. 10 a.m. is a really perfect time for me to take caffeine. I'm less likely to crash and I'm more likely to keep consistent throughout the day. I do have a peak. My peak is in the morning, and I do go downhill in the afternoon and then rise again in the evening. But I found that taking coffee at around 10 in the morning and then again at maybe 1 in the afternoon, that helps me to balance out the day, helps me to get more done. I'm a bit more alert as well. If it was up to me, I wouldn't take coffee, and if there's any alternatives to coffee that is more like energy releasing and helps you to release energy through the day, please let me know, because I think I'm addicted to coffee and it's not good. And the last tip number 8 is stop multitasking. Yes, multitasking apparently is a myth. So apparently there are multiple studies saying that multitasking is a myth, and that the true term for multitasking is called switch tasking. So multitasking is essentially switching between task to task. If you're focusing on one thing and then you're also focusing on another thing, it's very likely that you're switching and not necessarily doing those things at the same time. So similar to the tips that I gave in the beginning, if you focus on 3 things for the day and you focus on one thing at a time, you're more than likely to maximize your output and your productivity. Sorry to burst your bubble if you didn't know that multitasking was not a thing. Apparently there are 3 types of multitasking. There's multitasking where you're attempting to do multiple things at the same time. There's context switching, which means that you're switching between task to task. So it gives that illusion again that you're multitasking, but you're actually switching tasks. And the third one is it's called attention residue, and it's you switching from task to task very, very quickly. It appears again that you're multitasking, but you're not. Each of them have serious impacts and ability to do the work effectively, but apparently it's shown to increase levels of anxiety. It also impacts your short-term memory, and it stops you getting into a state of flow. Me, multitasking was something that I thought I was doing some time ago. I've now started to be a bit more mindful in what I'm doing and intentional, and it's really, really going to help me to stay on track. So that's it. Those are my 8 things that have helped me to stay on track. I hope that these tips helped you as well. Maybe there's some that resonate with that you're doing, or some that you're going to do. If you like that video, please consider subscribing. I'm a very new YouTuber. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and remember to treat yourself to something nice. Bye.